Hi everyone, welcome back to Psych'd. My name is Hannah.
And I'm Cari.
And today is our last episode of the season of the year, and also our episode for May, which is Mental Health Awareness Month. And so today, Cari, do you want to talk about what we have for today?
Yes, so we brought two Lyon students on with us, a male and a female. Dude type, girl type, as Dr. Daniel says. And we're going to ask them about their mental health and how they deal with it in college. Mm-hmm. So it's a different perspective than what we typically give.
Right, which is a little bit more on the studious side. Wait, before y'all, are either of y'all psych students?
I am.
You are? Okay. You're not? Awesome. It's a little bit of psych, a little bit of not. That's okay. Before we get into introducing you to our students and the students we have here today, our peers, I want to talk a little bit about mental health awareness, since it is May, Mental Health Awareness Month. As of the 2023 data poll for I need to make sure I'm saying it correctly because I always mess it up, the National Institute of Mental Health, the NIMH, they have reported that 1 in 5 adults in the United States live with mental illness or some form of mental illness setback. That is 23.1% of the United States population. So in this room, we have 5 adults. One of us has struggled or has lived with mental health issues.
I wonder who.
Is it all of us? Is it one of us?
My ESA being in a corner.
Yeah, we have 2 ESAs in here, so we've obviously beat the statistic. So I don't know how the statistic, I think I interpreted it wrong, but I think I did interpret it correctly. So bear with me. Like, adults aged 18 to 15 contemplated suicide the highest it's ever been in 2023, which was 12.2% of adults ages 18 to 25. And contemplating suicide also means, like, had a plan put forth to do so. It is the 3rd leading cause of death in the United States since 2024 and continues to ravage across the United States in a mental health epidemic. In the college setting, your more susceptible students are your highly academic achieving students and your student athletes, as well as your students who might not have a large social background and social group on campus.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it's fair to add that 2023 was right after COVID.
Yes. A lot of these statistics are straight after COVID. 2023, there's 2022, taken completely right after COVID. So, there might be some other factors into that. There are some other factors into it. So, do you have anything to say, Zeppelin? Do you want to speak on your mental health? That's what I thought. You have a very comfy life, buddy.
He does.
But, mental health is... Jump! Oh, what a good boy! No, but mental health is a continuous, not problem, but a continuous struggle that adults, especially in the ages 18 to 25, struggle with. 18 to 25, while it's not, it's the first taste of adulthood, that's probably a good reason, not a good reason, but a reason why mental health struggles pop up, because it's the first real big part of change for the large majority of the student or the age group.
Yeah.
It's adulthood. I did not like that noise. It's college, it's adulthood, taxes, jobs, career.
And your frontal lobe is still developing.
Your frontal lobe it's not developed till 25. People are getting married, people are having families, like starting families at that time. It's a really big part of change. So no wonder. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I said, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and for this May, we are doing our finale episode, and we're interviewing 2 students. So today, we have Zane and Ella. They're 2 Lyon College I can't say anything about that box. Not on the podcast. But
will you turn it over so you can get inside? Oh. Zeppelin, the box. Okay, never mind.
But yes, today we have Zane and Ella, 2 Lyon College students who are here to open up and talk about mental health with us, which is very brave. Thank y'all very much for coming on. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves? Tell us your name, We'll say your class, not your age, and what you study, and how about your favorite self-care thing to do. Zane.
Okay. Hi, I'm Zane Fountain. I'm a biology chemistry double major, going into my senior year, currently a junior, and my favorite self-care habit would be probably just like a long shower.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi, I'm Ella. I'm a psychology major and art minor. I'm a sophomore, and my favorite self-care task would probably be taking intentional time out of my day to like get ready and get prepped and just like mentally like going through the motions and like taking that time to decompress, get ready, and put myself out there.
That's very healthy, actually. I mean, taking a long shower is very healthy, very hygienic, I will say. Yeah. I know. But yeah, no. Okay. So, Cari, do you want to explain what we're doing today?
I just watched Zeppelin bite Hammer's tail. I'm sorry.
Okay, guys, calm down.
Okay. So we have 14 questions lined up for Ella and Zane. And they're going to pick a number out of this hat. And whatever number they pick is the question they're going to answer.
Yeah. And do you want to read the odds? I'll read the evens?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. So hold out the hat.
Who wants to go first?
Pick your fate.
I'll go first.
Be an even.
I believe this is 5.
Oh, Zane.
Yeah.
Let's see. What are the biggest stressors in your life right now?
Right now, I'll just say the thing that's constantly in the back of my head. Grad school applications. I'm applying to optometry school this coming fall, and it's just like a lot of things, a lot of factors that go into the application, and most of them fairly difficult. Haven't even started on my personal statement. Still need to take the test and all of that. So it's gonna be a long summer preparing. And
What are you going to do after college?
optometry.
What is that?
Hoping to go to optometry school, be an eye doctor.
Oh, okay.
Glasses, doctor. All of y'all are wearing. I didn't have my glasses in today. I wore my contacts.
I did not feel like putting my contacts in.
It's a part of my daily routine. But that's grad school applications. Yeah.
It's killer.
Yeah.
And I knew it's been coming up, my entire college career, and then all of a sudden it's just like here. And
Yeah.
I got to deal with that.
Yeah. It's definitely stressful. Ella, you guys can both answer them. It's just
Yeah, a lot of my friends are seniors and are graduating, and all of them have been trying to figure out law school and med school and vet school, and seeing all of that definitely stresses me out a lot, because I want to be a child life specialist, and for a lot of the requirements for that, there's a lot of classes that Lyon doesn't offer, and so I will have to do further education for that, and trying to navigate all of that, feeling like I don't really have a guide for that, definitely stressful. I also have like multiple chronic illnesses, and those have been out of whack lately, and trying to balance that with school has been very stressful lately.
Understand that 100%.
yeah.
Yeah, if it makes you guys feel any better, I have not started on anything for the grad process. I have a resume. That's about it. A cover letter.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if this will make y'all feel better. I've stressed myself out so bad that I have a countdown for the day when the application opens for me. So I don't know if that's a different kind of stress.
That would kill me. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I'm
couldn't
like
look at
watching
that.
it tick down. I'm like, I should not have done that to myself. Victoria's like, what are you doing? But yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of stressors for us. I mean, sometimes it's hard to say when where we have the privilege of going to a private school here in the United States and getting this liberal arts education, and we feel very privileged and very fortunate to go here. But I think it's still very fair to have our stressors and very fair to share them.
Hope you didn't hear that. Sorry.
What was that? Oh, okay.
Hammer's loafed up.
Oh, that's a good loaf. I'd give that an 8 out of 10, though. It kind of looks like buff. But yeah, have Ella pull.
Yeah. All right, I got 4.
Yes, I get to read. Okay. Ooh, I like this one. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your current mental health status in this moment?
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
I'm thinking.
No. Hammer, stay up there. Sorry.
Yeah. Now everybody's scales are different. If y'all have ever seen the movie The Fault in Our Stars, that was literally like a subplot where she was like, it's my 9. Like my 9 is someone else's 10. God, I love that book. But yeah.
I would say I'd say a 7. Definitely not the greatest. Definitely very stressed often, but like, I mean, I'm doing better than I have in a good long time. And I don't think I'm anywhere near perfect, but I'd say I'm definitely like doing better, but I'm still very stressed right now.
Yeah. I think anyone that says 10, either they're really great or they're delusional. Like it's either or.
Mm-hmm.
It's never get your tongue off of my water bottle. Yeah, you're done. You're not doing that. Zane, how's your mental health doing on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'll give it a 6.
Oh, what's he getting into?
Someone's keys.
Yeah.
A 6?
Yeah. Which is definitely better than it should be. Just the thing keeping me going is that finals do eventually end.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which is nice to know.
Finals do end.
They do
Yep.
end. there's
They're finite.
a last day.
No, the end of the school year is definitely what's keeping me going right now. I'm looking forward to summer and just knowing that I'll have a good long break for a while.
Yeah.
It's keeping me.
Oh, yeah.
Not me. I'm taking summer classes.
Me neither, but I get more time to play Marvel Rivals. I am about to be Lord on Scarlet Witch. So.
He did that with his tail.
Hammer
Now,
Bean.
weren't you talking shit whenever I was talking about Scarlet Witch?
I was.
I told you that was Will's favorite character, and you were like, Scarlet Witch.
No skill character. She is no skill, but that's why I like playing her. I don't have to think. She's my finals character. Like for finals week, I don't need to think about anything other than holding right trigger. Like that's the same thing with Emma Frost.
Okay.
Do any of y'all play games?
I mostly play like Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
I love
Yes.
cozy games.
Yeah, cozy games. I like Minecraft a lot.
I thought you were asking if we played Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, but any games, but Marvel Rivals.
You know I play games.
Yeah, I know you play games. Rivals?
I don't really play games during the school year.
Okay, nerd. I'm just kidding.
It's just-
An
yeah.
academic weapon. What the heck? Get out of here, man.
it's a slippery slope for me. Once I start, I have trouble stopping.
It's a good reward system for me. If I like do really good and like get 3 pages done in an hour on an article or on like a paper, I'm like, oh yeah, you deserve some Marvel Rivals. But like, I can see where the slippery slope. I've had like 2 days where it's been like Hannah, and I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
I deserve
Right.
this.
Yeah.
Hannah, so we've got a 7, a 6. I do like Animal Crossing. Dr.
Love
Saunders,
Animal
if you're
Crossing.
watching this, I gave her daughter my old Nintendo Switch, and she loves Animal Crossing. And she's also gotten into Pokemon, which is the weirdest thing. I did not think she'd hook onto that. My boyfriend was like, give her Sword. I was like, okay. And then we gave her Pokemon Sword, and she's like, this is fun.
Animal Crossing is one of those games. I can't do it. It'll take way too much of my time.
That's
Yep.
fair.
I'll be on there
Fair.
for hours.
Then I get
Yeah.
to like rearranging.
And then when you unlock the like where you can edit the terrain and add like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's it's just like
he rubbed against your foot.
'Cause there's really no point in the game where you have to like stop and wait. Like you
Yeah.
can keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, and also like different like seasons, you can get different things.
yeah.
Like I got a great white shark, a whale, just fishing. Oh, they kissed.
Guys, if y'all didn't know this, Hammer and Zeppelin are starting a little what are we gonna call it? A bromance? Enemies to lovers?
A romance.
A romance, not even a bromance.
Enemies to lovers.
Enemies to lovers. That was a hop. Okay. How's your mental health on a scale of 1 to 10?
Ooh, girl. 1 being bad,
Yeah, 1 being bad, 10 being pretty good.
3.
She's like, I'm smiling right now, but
Yeah, 3.
3?
I'm locked in on that one.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. Hi, buddy. Hi. Oh, hi, sweet boy.
Gigi. You want to know what's not 1?
Good job, Zeppelin. You're doing your job. I'm gonna have to agree with Ella. It's about a 7. I've been worse, but I've been better. My best is like at an 8, maybe a 9, because again, I will never give a 10 on a mental health scale.
Cheyenne, will you hand me my water, please? Yeah, the one that Hammer is sitting next to.
He's like, I'm about
Zeppelin
to bite
bites on it
this.
too.
But yeah, no. Cheyenne, how's your mental health on a scale of 1 to 10? 3. 3? 2? 2.5?
Girl, me too.
Stressed out.
Me too. Let's do
It's your first.
Oh, sorry. Your first year.
This
So.
is your second finals.
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling?
Good. I'm not stressed about finals.
Oh.
I'm stressed about getting Hammer home.
Oh, getting
Yeah.
Hammer home, yeah.
And going to Europe
Yeah, Cheyenne's going to Europe. She's
to
going
save Jason.
to save Jason. Jason, she's on her way. Hammer. Yeah, she's also going to go to Poland, so we'll get to see some fun photos from Poland soon. Hi, Z. Zeppelin? Okay, never mind. Guess not. Never mind. He's like 0. It's awful. Okay. Who wants to pull or Zane pulling next? I love this hat.
Thank you. Five Blue.
Nice.
I got 9.
Oh.
9.
Okay. How comfortable do you feel talking about your mental health?
I would say I'm pretty comfortable with talking about most things. I don't hide much from other people. It's just articulating it. I'm not as good at.
Yep.
So I could talk about it. Or
Yeah.
I'm fine with talking about it. It's just
It
hard
won't make
to find the
sense.
words. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I get
hard.
that.
It's hard to make words of something that only makes sense to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's hard to like explain it without making yourself sound like you need to be locked away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or like you need to be locked away, or you're like in a Netflix teen movie, or like
The main character.
Like-
you're acting like the main character. Yeah.
You'll just say like the worst, most dark thing ever, and you're like, but it's really not that bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm
saying
fine.
3, but I'm fine.
It's really not that bad. And then you
It's
get an
fine.
email where it's like, someone has referred you to see Victoria, and it's like,
Wait.
it's like, whoa, I'm good.
That is too cute.
I thought he
Sorry.
was biting the wires. My bad.
He was licking it, but he stopped.
He's like, that looks. How about you? How do you feel about opening up about mental health and talking about it?
It's fine in theory until I get into actually practicing it, and then I'm like, ooh, actually, wait. These are hard feelings to share.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
and especially articulating it. I'd agree with that. It's like finding the words to explain exactly what's in your head. Yeah, it's fine until I think about it too much. I have to be in like a very specific environment for that, which is definitely hard.
Yeah. I feel like my thing. Hold on, that's a group me.
I never get a group me. It's an app.
Let's talk about the bad weather.
Sorry, guys. We're under a tornado watch on campus, so.
Hey,
Can we like escape it? Can we catch a break? I feel like every single week we're in a tornado warning.
hey, I'm on honor council now.
Yeah, I just got that email.
Yay.
Congratulations to Zane Fountain and Atlas Wilbanks and William Sanders for running unopposed for honor council. Welcome.
Period.
That's what you gotta do. You gotta wait.
Yeah.
You gotta wait till the ballot's not full.
The ballot was already unopposed whenever it went out. But yeah, if you're interested in joining honor council,
Look at this
do
text.
that. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. It's like hard to find the words, hard to articulate it. Like, and in theory, it's like, yeah, I would love to talk about mental health with people and like help people through it because it's really nice. And then it's like Hannah, like I'm really stressed out with school and like my boyfriend's making me upset. And then this, like, how did you get through it? And I'm just like,
Yeah, that's a tough one.
that's rough. Or like heart wrenching stuff where it's just like I'm having struggles with like a family illness in the family, or like a family member passed away, or like, you know, my emotional support animal died. Like,
Oh, girl.
it's like,
Don't speak that into existence.
my bad. My bad.
Like finding the time and place where you can talk about
Thank
that
you.
kind of thing.
Looking. Yeah, I feel like my main thing is being able to talk about it and not start crying.
Yeah.
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 Because like talking about my own mental health or trying to help somebody else with my experiences, like, I mean, I'm very, very privileged to go to this university. I have 2 parents who love me. I have a really good family and I have a great boyfriend, and like, I'm very privileged, but like, you know, sometimes we've all gone through some pretty tough times and some pretty tough things, and it can be hard. And it's like, it's hard to also recognize that you went through those things. And hard to see them as like hard things you got over, other than just like, oh, that's life. Like, yeah, it is life and everybody gets through it and you can get through it. But it's also important to recognize that you got through it.
It's hard, it's hard to not compare. for
Yes.
me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I want to say like it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Some people are, you know,
Some people have it
going
worse than
through
me.
way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was literally sitting here thinking like there's people that didn't make it through like what I'm going through right now. So like I should be proud of that.
Yeah. And it's
not like that they passed away or anything, but like they dropped out of college or just
or maybe even they did pass away.
Yeah.
Like that's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting through some things that other people weren't able to overcome. And like I should be proud of myself rather than be upset and sad.
yeah.
I think a great learning opportunity for me, and maybe Zane might be able to speak on this because you were an honors fellows mentor, correct?
Yes.
And like with this new freshman class, like really getting to mentor has also helped with me articulating these feelings of like guiding somebody else through similar situations. Okay. You have no experience in mentoring. You be quiet.
Oh, Hammer made a fix you up.
Hammer smell his butt.
That's okay. Sorry.
Amber
I'm
alert.
waiting for the weather
Hammer
alerts. I'm really worried about the weather
Sounded
alerts,
like it.
but like being able to mentor and help the underclassmen through like what might seem like small things to overcome to us, but huge things for them, honestly helps with articulating my own feelings and kind of not accepting things that have happened to me or accepting struggles I've had, but like at least rationalizing through them. And I mean, like if any of y'all mentored, I know you were a core leader, so that's in a way like that is mentoring.
Yeah, we're also mentors at Apple.
Yeah. Oh, my bad, Apple
yeah.
kids. We're Apple mentors, which you should apply for Apple.
Maybe.
Yes, we should get Ella on Apple. Mhm.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I mean, mentoring I think also helps with the what?
Here, anything to say?
Say something.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, you want to have Ella pull the next one?
Yeah.
If you pull an odd, I'm going to cry.
Let's see. 13.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. What roles does mental health play in your plans for a future career and life?
Ooh.
That's a good
I'd say
question.
definitely like feelings of inadequacy, like being scared that in the future, like my career stuff like won't work out, and being scared that like this isn't something that like I can get through. I think. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, it's a tough question. So, what role does mental health play in your plans for the future, for your future career and your life?
And that could be like,
You said you wanted to work with children. Like,
Yes.
what about your mental health as a child made you want to work with children?
For me, it was a bit less mental health. It was more like physical health.
Yeah.
I had a lot of like physical health problems, and so being able to like give back to specifically those kind of kids that are also struggling with that.
Mm-mm.
knock it off. Want a treat?
I'm thinking. But I mean, working with kids really is like so rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
And that honestly like does help my mental health for me.
Yeah.
Feeling like I'm doing something productive and like actually giving back
Mhm.
definitely helps a lot. And so I am looking forward to that kind of thing because I feel like it will like help my mental health, honestly. Because it doesn't feel like you're going nowhere cycling through like
Yeah.
all the routine of things. You get to actually like be hands-on,
Mm-hmm.
which I feel like is really helpful for me, at least to feel like I'm making a difference.
Yeah. My thing, whenever I think about my future career, like if I wanted to be like a social worker, I'm always like thinking like I can't do that job. Like that's just such a tough job, and I don't think my mental health could pull through to help me and whoever I'm trying to help in that situation. And then like on the flip side, I don't want to work. Like I know I need to work because I need to be a strong woman and help pay the bills. I don't want to. I feel like
There's something so appealing and just like
about just sitting on a farm and having like some chickens. And Zeppelin has siblings, not children though. Exactly.
Yep.
But like
homestead
every time
life.
like Riley
Living
would
off the
mention
land.
something about like, oh, you know, you don't have to work. Like you can just stay at home. I'm like, no.
That lights a fire under me. I'm like, oh, don't tell me what to do.
Exactly. I'm literally sting here telling him how I don't want to work. I don't want a job. I want to lay in bed. He's like, that's fine. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I don't know why I do that.
It's like, yeah.
I'm very much the same way. I'm like, okay, well, that just made me more motivated. I want to prove you wrong now.
Exactly.
And actually, I can.
Yep.
Yeah. Zane, can you relate? Ooh.
Hammer.
Okay, Hammer.
Oh, well, my girlfriend has a job, and I like am a broke college student, so it's. I guess in a way I can, but she don't tell me I don't need to work. She tells me I need to hurry up and finish so she can stop working.
You want to live on a farm?
No, not really. It's just not for me.
Just me.
No,
I
I
want
want to
a
live
lot
on a
of
farm.
animals.
There's an appeal I can see.
I want chickens. I want goats. I want to grow strawberries and blackberries.
Yep.
Ooh.
I want to grow foods and have like a little farmer's market for like the kids in the neighborhood to be able to come and get snacks while they're eating, like while they're playing in the summer.
But also, like, if something happens, I want someone to be able to hear me yelling for help. You know?
I mean, you're out on a farm.
I don't want to be secluded.
Yeah.
Whenever Riley was shopping for houses, there was like this house in the middle of like a neighborhood, and there was so many houses around. I was like, you think we could put chickens in the backyard? So like people can hear you yell for help.
Does the HOA approve of it?
Yeah. Can I get
Ew.
chickens in this backyard?
Well, how does like mental health and psychology and all that play into your future career of optometry?
Well, I knew I wanted to be in the medical field just because of the rewarding aspect of it, helping other people. But I didn't know where. The money. That's another thing. I mean, I want to be happy and have a lot of money, which
Comes with
money helps.
Money equals happiness.
Kind of. But with optometry, it's obviously something I've had to deal with my entire life. And helping people with a similar problem that I've had for 20 years. Yeah, definitely sounds like a good idea. So,
well, and I think because I'm being an occupational therapist, so all of us are going to be working with people. And like, I think it's also like empathy with working with people. Like, you're going to be working with children and with their life. And like, a child life specialist, if I'm wrong, please do correct me. Is it somebody who like analyzes day-to-day life of a child's medical needs?
It's more like they try to help them through it.
They
try to like teach children like how to cope with these kind of things.
Yes.
And walk them through procedures and like explain it to them in ways they can understand.
Right.
I also deal with parents a lot and like teaching them like this is what it means like have a child that's in the hospital right now.
Right. You're handling with families that have children in the hospital. You're working with people who might be scared because something might be going wrong with their eyes. You're working with somebody who oh my gosh, brain fart. Maybe you're working with a child who
Has never seen. Those videos are so cute.
and like
Seeing their mom for the first time.
yeah, and like I could be working with a veteran who hasn't been able to walk to go to his son's soccer game or like football game or something, like, and really helping them through those situations. And I think it's important to learn then understand mental health and empathy from a young
I'll take a picture of it on my phone.
Awesome. To understand the empathy that it goes into it. Like, obviously we're all working in human driven careers, so it's very obvious that we would need to have empathy to be able to help people through some of their darker times in their lives.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I might be at the house.
Maybe. But you still have to know how to like handle yourself mentally, because you might be in the home by yourself sometimes. You need to be able to be alone. You need to be able to understand of yourself. And like, I don't know. I think it's important. Ooh, was that our weather alert?
Yep. Severe thunderstorm
Yep.
warning.
Severe thunderstorm warning. But yeah, no.
Maybe the exam will get canceled tomorrow. Dr. Florkey, please.
Dr. Florkey, please.
Please, Florkey. Please.
Oh yeah, we're all in sensation perception.
And then Zane's not.
Yeah.
Wait, what's you said
biology and chemistry.
Yeah, biochem double, that's what I thought. Oh. Zane, please pull an even. I want to read. Let me read.
I got 8.
Yay! I get to read. Oh, this is a good question. I mean, it's good to like plug stuff, but whatever. Have you ever sought help from campus counseling service on campus?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to like go into detail about that. But have you sought?
I mean, I don't mind going into detail. This is like a yes or no question.
Yeah.
Just like it's usually during the winters.
Winters.
I found that a trend.
Seasonal depression.
Yeah, it wasn't this past, but the first two, freshman and sophomore year, it was a time.
Yeah.
If anybody doesn't know, we do have a counseling center on campus. She's
an art therapist.
Is she an LPC?
I've never went.
Okay,
don't know.
she's got a lot of. She's got some abbreviations next to her name, but she is our art therapist and our counselor on campus. Her name is Victoria Hutchinson. Right?
Where's
Is it
Zeppelin?
Hutchinson? Z,
Where's
where you
Zeppelin?
at? Hutchinson? Z.
I see Hammer. And Zeppelin's the one you got to worry about.
Zeppelin.
Zeppelin, do you want a treat?
He's in here. Wait, where is he?
Zeppelin.
Oh, he's like behind the TJ Maxx bag.
I'm just ignoring us. Anyways.
But we do have a counselor on campus. She's wonderful. But yeah. Ella, have you sought help from Victoria?
I honestly haven't. I know she did host a form of art therapy group though. That was like learning how to crochet.
Yeah.
And it was it was kind of focused on like mental health. We'd like talk through our days, and so I did join that, which was really nice. But I haven't specifically sought help.
Yeah.
Through Victoria.
Yeah.
Have you sought help in therapy in general, or?
I have online. I have like a telehealth. It's just medication management though.
Yeah.
I don't really like talk too much though. Just like general like, yes, I'm more stressed than usual, a little less stressed than usual, which honestly it's been really helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like being such a big advocate for mental health, but I've never been to therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I remember you telling me that. You've been on medication, but you've never been to therapy.
Yeah.
Which is totally fine, and that's your own mental health prerogative and journey. But yeah.
Okay.
Be another even. It's Ella.
Ella.
14.
Yes. Oh, we haven't. Oh, okay. Sorry. 13 is the one we read. Okay.
Yeah.
14. Oh, this is a good one.
but I forgot.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, 14. What do you believe causes people not to open up about their mental health, and why do you think it's perceived as taboo?
Let me think on this one for a second.
Let's reread that.
Yeah. What do you believe causes people not to open up about their mental health, and why do you think it's perceived as taboo? Okay.
I mean, people don't open up about it because of the stigma around it, but honestly, I don't know what the stigma is caused by.
Someone running out.
I think, if you don't mind me chiming a little
yeah.
bit, I think it definitely is generational. We've talked a lot about it.
Yeah.
We've talked a lot about that. It's generational. It's, I think the media, I hate media. I hate media. This is my public PSA of I hate media. I think it's media. I think it's portrayal of it in the media. I think it's the way it's put on social media. I think a lot of things to do with social media, and just misinformation is what causes it.
Yep. And one of the big things I've realized, you have people that have power that are in an office that will talk down on people that are obviously struggling with mental health or just struggling with intellectual disability or learning disability. Any of that, you have people that are higher up that are in positions of power talking bad about people that suffer from different things. Why would you want to come out and say, I suffer from that too? Because you have people that are in office telling you, no, you're less than because you suffer with this.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's one of the main things. And we all know who I'm talking about too.
Yep.
This is a psych podcast, but I mean,
But you can bleep that out. I don't want to get assassinated.
but
They're gonna come and get me now.
Slander.
He's gonna put me on the farm. Remember him talking about that? The mental health farm? He's gonna come and get me.
Yeah. You're next.
oh my god,
Yeah, make sure you bleep that out. I don't want to get killed.
we could just be like,
I go missing.
Yeah.
Mark, bleep that out. Bleep
You
that
know
out
what?
too.
He's watching.
you know what? Let's just
Bleep that whole section.
he
just leave the whole-
watches this
yeah.
podcast for sure.
You think so?
It's the only thing.
Let me
you
go
haven't
block
blocked
him on the account.
well, we've like talked trash about Mr. Beast on here too.
We said if Mr. Beast wants to do a collab, we're open to it.
If we're
Yeah.
getting paid for it.
And then we started talking bad.
But I think, Z, knock it off. I think definitely the stigma comes from when it boils down to misinformation. And then, like, bear with me while I say this. Overrepresentation and underrepresentation. I think there's an underrepresentation of positive information about mental health, and I think there's an overrepresentation of skewed misinformation and overanalysis of
Like vaccinations.
yes, like vaccinations. And also people taking personality tests online, or am I autistic
Or
tests on
IQ
BuzzFeed,
quizzes.
or IQ quizzes, or oh my gosh, like my hand itches sometimes when I get stressed. I have
Cancer.
OCD or cancer
Yeah.
or like all this, and that's not what it is. But you've got this, either people won't accept it and won't go get help, or you have people who are overusing the help and are like, I have OCD and anxiety and depression and schizophrenia and this, and it's like this overdiagnosis of online diagnosis.
Yeah, and also like in movies and stuff, the overuse, overrepresentation.
Exaggeration.
Yeah, like you have like DID. People took that and ran with it and made like movies about it.
What was it,
About like
Split?
serial killers. We talked about that.
We
one
did talk about
episode,
that
how
one.
much I hate it. And then like it's been in like Law and Order episodes, Criminal Mind episodes a couple times.
Well, and then also I think it's the ease and ability of being able to get telehelp, because telehelp is great, but then you have companies like betterhelp.com that are just handing out like free candy, and these therapists get money for, oh, you probably are autistic, when this child and this young person is probably not autistic. They just probably need to learn a little bit of coping mechanisms, or maybe they actually just have anxiety. But like they don't have something like that. And it's this like, I don't know. I think it is a mix of underrepresentation and overrepresentation, and we haven't found a middle ground that works for both.
And sometimes if someone comes into like your office, like a general physician or something, and they're like, I'm struggling with this, this, and this, it's a lot easier just to give them the medication that you think
There it is.
goes with it.
It's easier to prescribe medication than sit with somebody for a year and a half and work through their issues with them. Zeppelin, we are talking about a very serious topic right now. Quit canoodling your boyfriend.
I got a Charlie horse.
Charlie horse. Thank you. But do you have something?
I would say, the stigma for sure. I'm lucky enough to have a really good support system here. And I've straight up just like bawled my eyes out to him about various things. And it was in his own.
Sorry, Zeppelin. We're trying to
what are y'all doing over
listen.
there?
He's helping you out.
Yeah, just a zone of just like no judgment and just getting showered with love and
Unconditional support. Yes.
Yeah. And still, I'm like, what am I doing? I'm being a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
And there's another thing, like sometimes, like I wish I could just like talk about it and then never talk about it again. Just
And they
like,
forget about it.
Yeah, just like they forget about it the next day. Like just let me get it off my chest and then we never speak about it again. But there's no guarantee for that.
No.
And, like the fear of people treating you differently when you tell them.
Paper trail.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like whenever I say something about mental health and then they're like, they check in on it, I'm like, damn, I shouldn't even mentioned it. Like, I should have never said anything. Like, why can't you forget I said that? Because sometimes you just are vulnerable and you just talk about it.
I think a healthy balance of both is good, though. Like, I have a friend here on campus named Allie. Hi, Allie. She probably is going to watch this, but if she does, she's going to be like, why would you say I don't watch your podcast? But, like, Allie, I'll tell her something, and she's like, oh, okay. And she takes it in, and then we do something. And then maybe, like, a few days later, she's like... Sorry. And she'll be like, are you feeling better about that? And then I've got my boyfriend who is like, I'll tell him something, and he'll be like, okay. And I'm like, okay, great. You know what I'm feeling? He's like, yeah. And then like a few days later, he'll be like, you good? And I'm like, still great, doing fine. And if it's like, no, it's like, okay, let's talk about it. It's like that really nice balance. And it's really nice to find those people who will listen, let you cry on their shoulder, let you just like have it, like cry it out, and then look at you normally the next day instead of just like a kicked puppy. And so like that's one thing I hear so much is like, oh, don't look at me like I'm a sad puppy. Like, don't look at me like I'm in a box on the side
Yeah,
of the
don't
road.
report me.
Are you okay today?
Like, are you doing okay today? It's like, I'm perfectly fine. Like, I just needed
I
to cry it
was.
out. I was. And now you're bringing it up.
Yeah, literally, I'm scared they're gonna like report me to something.
Yeah.
Like-
Start acting differently around me.
Mm-hmm.
And like, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Just
Pity you?
Pity,
yes,
patronize.
I hate the feeling of like someone pities me, or like thinks that I can't do it, or
Yeah.
something like that. That's definitely a fear of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, leave him alone right now. Hey,
Oh my gosh.
I think I'd
hate
die.
it. It's like guys, like they're going through a hard time right now. Leave them alone. I'm just like, my brain, like I think I've said this many a times. My brain just turns into the Tasmanian devil, and I just start tweaking out. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I think I saw a reel this morning, and I meant to send it to you because we were sending reels today, and I liked the reels you sent me.
I don't remember what I sent.
I sent it to my boyfriend. He laughed at it, but anyway, it was a reel where it was like, anytime I have a panic attack, I just look in a mirror because I look ridiculous. And so it makes me feel better about it because I'm just like, wow, I look so cringe. And I'm like, okay, that's a good, I mean, I guess that's a coping mechanism for you, but like, because like I've definitely,
Is that fun?
hi Hammer, where's he? Oh, hi Z.
You don't see him watching us?
Like I've definitely had like, oh, it's the worst when you're having like, you're crying, having a mental breakdown, talking to your friend, and then you catch a look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah. Or somebody gets you like a picture of you.
Yes. Well, those are some of the funniest photos, and I'm just like, well, for me, I'm just like, oh yeah, that's funny. Then I'm like, ooh, I look like that. Like I look like that when I'm like, when it's not like a mental health, but like when my boyfriend and I are like leaving for him to go back to his base and me flying back to home, I look at the back of the pictures and like my bangs are split down the middle and like my eyes are wet and like, oh, it's so bad. But like I saw that reel and I was like, wow, that's an interesting coping mechanism. Like that is definitely an interesting way to look at your mental health.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like one of the worst things you can say is like you confide in someone about your mental health. Oh, they're kissing again. And then they're like someone walks in and it's like, not today.
Not
Don't mess with her today.
And I'm like,
I'm literally gonna fight you.
oh, I thought you were looking at me and saying
No.
that. I was like, what did I do?
No, and they're like, yeah, no, not today. She's not in the mood. Oh my god.
You just put me not in the mood.
Yeah, I was like, in a way, you just tried me.
Yeah.
It's not even their fault.
Yeah. And it's like, if I want to talk about it again, then I'll talk about it again. But I usually just want to move on. Or I usually just want to rant about it and then move on and then rant about it the next day and then move on from that.
Or like they have an intervention.
I have never.
Make you a card and stuff.
Oh.
Was that the one Missy that gave me that card?
I've never. No, I have gotten a card. But it was from like a professor's kid who knew I was having a hard time. And so I was like,
That's really sweet.
okay, that's sweet. Like that I accept because kids are sweet and they're innocent and they just want you to feel better. So it's like,
Well, it was nice what you guys did. I wasn't like making fun of it. It was really nice. But you guys did see me have multiple panic attacks.
Yeah, but
he was like,
We found the cat.
We
Yeah.
found the cat.
Yeah, there was like a group of us sitting there talking, and somebody was like, let's wait till the morning. And I just died. I just broke down. Because wait till the morning.
Wait till the morning. My son is out there. Like,
Literally. And then you have people telling me he's by the pond. And I was like, what? So of course I was freaking out.
oh my gosh.
Exactly. He's home safe now. That's what I'm saying.
Yep. Okay. Question?
I think it's me.
Yeah. Even.
I got 11.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. What advice would you give an upcoming student about maintaining good mental health? Oh, Hammer. You don't chew on that. Bite this open, please.
I would probably just say find your group. It's really good. I mean, obviously everybody has like a person. But you know, when things get really bad, it's really good just to have a large safety net behind you that you can fall back on just whenever you need. So yeah, I would say find a group.
Find your net.
I would say like your first year is definitely the hardest, because you're in this brand new environment and you don't have that group yet, and you feel like you just don't have your support system. I'd say just talking to people back home, because it does take time to find your group. It takes a while to like settle in and make those friendships. But in the meantime, like relying on those people back home and like still maintaining that contact as best you can.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm really bad about like this person's not in my immediate vicinity. I forget about them. But making like intentional time to reconnect with those people, and just putting yourself out there so that you can find that group, makes life so much easier.
Yeah. Well, because we're not in that age anymore where you leave high school and then now your high school friends, you see them at reunions. Like, we're in an age where you can keep up with your high school friends. I play Marvel Rivals with my high school friends. Like, I play video games with them. I call them if, like, I'm really pissed off about something on campus and I need, like, a non-biased, well, okay, it's kind of biased because it's me, but, like, they're not on campus and don't see everything. Like, I'm like, guess what just happened? Like, blah, 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 blah. Or, like, I need help with an assignment. Because my friends are at other schools and, like, one of them's a math major. And I'm like, dude, what? And he's like, let me talk you through this. Let me talk you through this, like, thing. Like, it's so valuable to still maintain those relationships from back home. It's not going to hold you back. It's not going to hinder you. It's going to help you. And I think also it's got something to say? No? Okay. I think it's also important to understand that your freshman year, you're making new friends. You're in your first year of adulthood. You are going to change in your first year. From the first steps that you take on this campus to the last steps you take on senior year, you're going to come in a different person and you're going to leave a completely different person. And it's so important and so valuable to give yourself that grace that you are going to be different and you are going to change, and that's okay. I think that's also really important, and finding that group, and also knowing that group might be your group for that year. And like, you might only take a few friends with you the next year, and you might only take a few friends from that small group, and you might end up with only like 3 after having like 15. But I mean, just know that it's okay. Anything, Zane? Anyone continue from that? Jesus Louises.
Yeah, I feel like I did that so hard that I convinced him to come to college with me. Yeah. Because when I was first year, like, I had my roommate, and she and I were really good friends. But, you know, she had a boyfriend. So she couldn't devote all of her time and stuff to being my best friend. And,
how dare she?
Yeah. And it was like, before Riley and I were dating and stuff like that, so I was kind of just laid up in my room alone.
Yeah.
And so, like, I would be on FaceTime with Will 24/7. And finally, I was like, just come to college with me. He's like, okay, I'll put in my application.
That's insane.
He's like, okay, let me talk to my parents about it. And then we're driving to college together.
That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, I made a group out of that.
That's so awesome. Is it Ella's poll?
So I had one more thing I was going to say.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I'd say
I just bit a hole in it with my canines.
it takes a...
What is Hammer doing? Go ahead.
Another recommendation I would make is, like, intentionally putting that effort into, like, connecting people. I've seen...
Zeppelin. Ella's talking. Be sweet.
I've seen and talked to so many freshmen that have, like, complained and, like, ranted to me. They're like, well, other people aren't being outgoing enough. Like, other people aren't being the ones to, like, go out and make friendships with me. They're not connecting with me first. I'm like, well, are you doing that? Because it's very scary. And, like, but it does take a lot of time and effort to, like, build those friendships.
Yeah.
And for me, that involved, like, putting myself out there and being, like, so outside my comfort zone. But, like, you can't just expect those friendships to happen.
Yeah, and just to fall into your lap. They're going to happen over time, and they're going to have ebbs and flows, and it's not always going to be perfect. And you can't have this big expectation of people when they're in the 4 years of their first, like, the first of their most transformative years. Like, you're going to have transformative periods, and this is the first huge one. And you can't expect people to be this perfect or or to do this or to fall into this, like, perfect idea you have. It's not going to happen. People don't have to fall into your perfect idea. Because unfortunately, the world does not revolve around you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you have to realize that, and you have to figure out how your planet is going to integrate with the greater solar system instead of trying to be a meteor that freaking wrecks the gravitational pull. Be the person to join this a healthy solar system. Don't just join a group, a highly cohesive group, but also understand that like you also don't have to fit into everyone's solar system.
Yeah, I feel like my main thing is I have to have like a comfort person with me. Who hissed? Zeppelin.
You are being
Zeppelin.
a. Can I say that? You're being a bad boy. He just. Oh, that would not fly.
Zeppelin.
You're being naughty.
Anywho, whose turn is it?
Me.
2. Yes. How often do you think about your mental health?
Ooh.
And like sit and actually, like not just like, oh, dude, I'm sad today, but like actually sit and be like thinking about your mental health.
I would say it's honestly not until I get the like schedule reminder of like it's time to refill your medication, and I get into that appointment, and she's like, how's your anxiety been lately? And I'm like, ooh, actually, I have not thought about that. I just know that I've been anxious. Like I haven't thought about how anxious I've been, or like, is my mental health okay? It's honestly something I push to the side.
Zeppelin. What's wrong with you, boy? Anyways, sorry.
Yeah, it's honestly something I try to push to the side and don't think about very often.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those things I don't think about it until I have to.
Yeah.
Or try not to think about it until I
Yeah.
have to.
It's like, I won't pretend that's healthy. I won't pretend that's the right thing to do. But it's definitely a habit I fall into.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it's easier just to like push it to the side until it actually becomes a bigger problem, and then you can just focus on that and push everything else to the side.
Yeah.
Like, it's easier to handle one thing at a time. Humans are not multitasking beings. We literally can't. If anyone's taken learning and cognition, we can't. If you've taken intro to psych, we can't. Like, we can't multitask. It's not possible. Oh, and also sensation perception. We talked about that. It's not possible. Oh my god! Sorry, Zeppelin just leapt.
Zeppelin, get down.
It's not possible. And so having that comfort of like pushing things to the side and pushing things to the side and then working on one thing at a time is like, it's nice. I mean, it doesn't stress us out as much. It gives us that sense of safety and security. Yeah, I mean, Zane, how often do you think about your mental health?
I would say not a ton. I'm kind of just floating along, feeling what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And the only like real time would be is if it's like an emotion I don't really understand, like when I can't like rationalize it, then I'm like, okay, what's going on?
What is his deal? He's like begging you to pet him. And then he hisses.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just when I need to like kind of, or I don't know if I need to or not, but when I feel like I need to figure it out, that's like really the only time.
Right. I mean, when it's time to address it and the meter is finally full and it's like spilling over and you're like, ooh, I gotta clean this up. Like, gotta clean this up, gotta get it under control. Okay, yeah, we gotta handle this.
What is his deal?
Zeppelin.
He's like, ooh, ooh.
Z, come here. What's it? Oh my gosh.
Okay.
We'll do you want to do one more each and then we can have a or do you want to just try and finish them?
Yeah, I think we're hour 30.
Okay. We're at an hour. We can keep. How many are left in the hat? I think we've got.
I think about 4 or 5.
Oh, we can finish. We can finish. Okay.
I got 12.
Yes, my question. Not my question, but I get to read it. Zeppelin, are you gonna be a good boy?
No.
Come here, Z. Come here. Come sit with us.
Anyways.
Okay. Anyway. Okay. Following your time at college, how do you see your approach to mental health changing?
Dang.
Like going into the real world. I'm assuming living with a partner, going on to school, really embracing adult life, paying taxes, rent, whatever. How do you foresee yourself handling mental health?
I would say a lot better. Because I have like no time to do anything right now. And you know, I've always thought, you know, when I'm out, it's gonna be better. But I know it won't be better unless I, you know, take the steps. So
Right.
and that's something I want to do is, you know, when I have more time on my hands, to be able to do stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I would say it's made me want to prioritize it more.
Yeah.
What about you, Ella?
Say it's definitely not something that I've thought about, to be honest. I think it's something I've probably like pushed to the side, and like tried not to focus on, and just hope like one day it'll magically get better and like everything will be perfect one day. Which like obviously that's not rational. Like that's not gonna happen unless I take those steps. You know, that's hard. That's hard to deal with and acknowledge, you know, and recognize that like, yeah, you do have to go out there and make those steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's something I don't really want to think about.
Yeah. I don't like thinking about like, oh, like when you're done with college, like you're thinking about grad school and you're gonna like I think like a weird fear of mine, and honey, I love you so much, is having to care for somebody else's like physical and mental Zeppelin, I am talking about something so serious to my heart right now.
He's mouth wide open.
But like having somebody else like living with me, relying on me for physical and mental well-being, not like relying, like we should all be self-sufficient, but like being able to lean on me, like that's nerve-wracking. Like what if one day I can't give the 100% that the 200 of the relationship needs, so my partner has to give like 150? Like that makes me feel very nerve-wracked because I don't like that. I don't like that somebody else has to pick up the slack when it's a partnership. But like yeah, that's I think that's one thing I'm really concerned about, because I can handle school. I've done it before. I've done it for the past 14 years. Yeah, I can do it. But it's like, I think it's also the other adult changes that come with it, like rent. Like, because I'm looking at a school in Pittsburgh right now. Average of $1,800 a month for rent. Are you kidding me? Like, and like the 500, like I found one for 900. No. I value my life, and I wish to continue to live it past grad school. It's insane, and it's extremely stressful, and I would like to say I could handle it better when I'm an adult, because I'm an adult. And I think it's also, I have the pretense of the expectation of I'm an adult, I need to handle it. Like that's the other thing. It's like in college, we have this like conversations of college mental health. It's a struggle. People are having a hard time with it. And it's like, oh, like we all can relate to this. But then when you're an adult, it's like, you're an adult, kiddo. Like pick yourself up by your bootstraps and get on with it. It's like that expectation that you're an adult, you need to have it together.
I would also add that love it or hate it, college kind of brings a really strong sense of purpose. Like I'm constantly working towards something, and everything I do, you know, as hard as it is, it's worth it because I have a goal. But like in adulthood, once you kind of reach that goal, as monotonous as college is, like it changes every 4 months. But you're in the real world working your job. It's kind of gonna get very repetitive eventually, and you're gonna.
His mouth's not open.
And you're gonna need, you know, to find something to you know keep your spirits good, keep your mental health well.
Like sororities are not going to follow you outside of college. I mean, they will. You'll have your sisters, but like the order of it, like honors programs aren't going to follow us. Sports, like the organizations that you're part of, is not going to follow you. Your Young Americans or Young Democrats, your Spectra, your like any of these organizations that we put so much into. I mean, like they're going to give you the skills to be really successful in your career and to be able to work with other people. But they don't matter. The second you leave the school, the only thing that matters is what's on that piece of paper. Like, and that's the thing. It's like, you're not like, wow, that got existential. That's kind of, you're going to lose the small like senses of purpose that you developed here at Lyon. You're going to lose okay, I have to be at honor council on Tuesdays. Okay, I have to be at soccer practice from like Monday to Friday at like 4 p.m. I have to be in class at this, and this. And then you're going to grad school where maybe classes are only 2 days a week. And you also have an internship. And Landry, that's my old childhood friend. I will call her later. Like, You don't have that anymore. You have clinicals, you have work, you have meal prep to do on Sundays, you have like adult things to handle, and it's not the fun planning for like Rush or planning for Lyon launch and like getting to meet new people. It's
Sometimes fun.
sometimes fun. It's also it's just now it's school, living, adulting. And like, as much as we like to say like, oh, we're already adulting in college, we're not adulting in college. This is like, I thought it would be when I
Pocket edition.
it's like it's like, you know, Minecraft Lite edition that you used to get the free Minecraft. That's what this is. This is like this is adulting light. This is not the full version. This is not
Creative mode.
Yeah, this is not the $8.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways,
What are you even pissy for? I think he's hangry.
he is. It's around his dinner times. He's
Well, he
being
can get
grumpy.
over it. He is being a little.
Yeah, he's getting grumpy. He's ready for that wet cat food. Uh oh. Uh-oh. Oh, Hammer just wants a friend.
That fancy feast.
Seconds before photo before disaster.
You don't even know he's there.
I know.
Wait till he sees it. Uh-oh.
No, Hammer, come back. She's just like roll
Anyways.
the box a little bit.
Whose turn is it? It's mine.
Adulting light. That's funny.
10.
10. Yay! Oh, I thought that said something else. I just can't read. I was like, what is on here?
I like disassociated during the last question. I was in there watching Hammer and Zeppelin like disassociated.
What would help students be more proactive about maintaining good mental health?
Hmm.
I'm gonna
Think on
jump
this one.
in.
Yeah.
I think having one friend talk about your mental health allows for like the group to be like, oh yeah, I'll struggle with that. I struggle with that and this. So it takes one person.
Yeah.
So one person to be open and vulnerable, and it allows everyone to be open and vulnerable.
Yeah.
If you have a good
I would
set of
definitely
friends.
agree. Yeah, just normalizing it.
Yeah.
Showing people that it's not that weird, and showing people that other people's responses aren't as bad as they might think.
Yeah.
As long as you have a good set of friends that you could talk to about it, then the conversation can keep on going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But unless you have that one person that's like, you guys struggle with that?
Me personally,
Me personally,
I could never.
I don't know what that's like.
Couldn't it be me?
Like, okay.
I'm just like
God.
better than that. I'm just like
I'm built
too good for
different.
that.
I don't let that stuff bother me. Okay.
I just kind of get over it.
Sitting here telling lies.
Mm-hmm. It does bother you, and you lying, and it's gonna come out one day, and it's gonna come out negatively. That's the thing is people who bottle it up like that, and who are like, oh, that doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me. It's gonna come out in a burst of anger, frustration, maybe even saying stuff that they don't mean, but it's just that burst of emotion where they're like up to the boiling point, and the water is like on the edge right there, and then just goes.
Yeah.
And-
And burst.
And it just bursts, and you have a
Oh my God. He stopped.
you have oh dear lord. You have like a negative moment, and you have a what people call like a weak moment, but like it's just at that point when that boiling point becomes too much, and it can be hard for people to approach you after that, because then it's like, well, we never know what's going to set them off, and we never know what's going to happen. We never know what they're going to say, like, and so that's what also can cause
They're
the
eating the chair.
it can totally invalidate, kind of something. If it's a person on person struggle, like somebody's been doing something that's been bothering you for a while, you don't tell them, and then you blow up, and they're like, they hit you with a, well, why didn't you tell me? And you're like, well,
oh yeah, you got me there.
I don't know.
It's like, oh yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair. Like,
I would say for me, like knowing that I have people like at least in my sorority that are like looking towards me for stuff, like being an executive member, like knowing that other people are relying on me to like, I don't know, pull it together and like have myself be like put together and ready to go, really makes me like, it kind of puts that kind of pressure on me to be like, ooh, wait, I need to be the example. Like, I need to at least fake it till I make it. And like,
He can't turn around. Oh, he did it.
and like be that person for other people. Hey, especially like, I mean, I'm living in my sorority apartment with a bunch of other girls, and that makes me like feel the pressure of, okay, I need to keep this area clean.
Sorry, I had a little bit left. Still do.
And like being scared that, I guess this is not the healthiest thing, like being scared that other people like see the cracks or whatever, and being scared of that makes me like think, okay, I need to actually focus on myself for a minute, and like make sure that I'm taking care of myself so that I can help other people.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I think like a really good response that I think a good friend would have to that is like, I don't want people to see the cracks. You ever heard of that? It's a Japanese art form where you glue cracked pieces back together with gold. And it's like, what's that called?
Mosaic?
It's like a form of mosaic, but you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where like you glue it back together with golden paint. Like, and golden paint and golden glue. And it's supposed to like highlight the imperfections, but you're still complete and whole with the imperfections. And I think the best people in your life are going to highlight the imperfections and make them pretty parts about you, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I feel like there's two like into the spectrum. Like in the far end, you have someone that's like, oh, I don't deal with that kind of stuff. Like kind of stuff bothers you. And then you have someone that like, I don't know how to explain this without people are getting upset. But you have typically men that are like,
Zane's like, I'm offended.
no, I'm sure he knows a person that's like this. They're like, nobody cares about a man's mental health until it's too late. Like, yeah, I agree with that, but why are you bringing that up right now? Like, not the time. But like, y'all know that kind of person that's like, it's, you never care till it's too late, and it's typically on Yik Yak when they're talking about it. It's like nobody cares about men. Who said that? What are you talking about right now?
Zane, as the resident man right now, how do you feel about how men's mental health has been handled, at least on this campus or in your life or anywhere else?
And what do you feel about the scenario I just laid out?
So I personally like, I feel like it's been well talked about. Like, I've never felt like this place isn't doing enough in terms of supporting men's mental health or just mental health in general. So yeah, I've never got that vibe. If anything, like, a lot of times it almost feels like too much. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
like, yeah, I know.
It's like
everybody knows.
Yeah. It's
You
become,
wear it. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's become like such a thing where it's like, oh, this is an issue. Like, we need to actually like address this, and then now it's an over addressed issue, and
It's kind of like
Who said it was an issue?
Yeah, we are addressing it.
yeah.
But you're the one that's like setting us back a little bit because you're like, nobody is addressing it. Okay, well, there are multiple resources on campus. Are you going to them?
Mm-hmm.
Are you openly talking about your mental health and not just saying nobody cares?
Yeah. Do you, and you can decline. And your I can't say the full word, and I feel so bad. I know frat is not the term that everyone likes, but how do you say the full word?
Fraternity.
Fraternity?
Yeah.
Fraternity? Okay. Yeah, I feel like a fraternity? Whatever. Anyway, do you feel like y'all talk about mental health a lot and like support each other through that? Or do you find it outside of your...
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot I can't say just for that.
Yeah. Please, yeah.
But everybody gets an opportunity to give their piece on how they're feeling.
Yeah.
At quite a few points each semester. And it's, I've always seen it be a time of really positive, conversation and or just listening. A lot of times, just everybody quiet, listening to one person, and afterwards, there'll be some hugs. when necessary.
Right.
Not always. I mean, if somebody
Needs it,
Yeah.
right. I think that's...
because sometimes if somebody tried to hug me after that, I'm like, hey, don't.
Well, and I
Let's not.
think, like, whenever we see in the media, like commercials or articles or things about men's mental health, and it's like, it's so negative, it's so blah, 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 like, we need to support them more. It's like, then I hear stuff like that where it's like, there is support for them and there is portions of support.
He's mad.
And it feels like, I don't know, sometimes when it's like, we need to support men more, we need to do this more. But when there's already things being done, it's like, I don't know, it feels like sometimes it negates what's being done. And like, it doesn't put spotlight on the brotherhood that's going on. Sorry, that's really corny. But like, that is what, your brotherhood. But that is what's happening. And I think that's extremely healthy. Props to Teak. Props to Teak, man. That's extremely healthy. And I'm glad that y'all have that with each other.
Yeah, I feel like another thing is, like, I could tell you guys, I'm worried about this member within the fraternity. Can someone check on them? You guys are quick to check on them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like I've reached out a couple times about certain people. I'm like, hey, somebody needs to check on him.
Yeah, we
Sorry. Okay, close that. Thank you.
we have a lot of different kind of ways. Some of them more like structured procedure type stuff, and then some of them just simple conversations with the person. We do have a whole officer kind of dedicated to. It's weird or hard to describe. It's almost like managing mental health, but it's not his job. It's to like talk to everybody and be like the person, but it's his job to know who to refer to in cases. Yeah. So he's got resources that he uses, and a lot of times he can just help with a simple conversation or listening, but he's always available. Yeah.
Do you think it also helps that y'all live together?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I probably, this is probably my last semester living there. It's just a lot sometimes, but there's a lot of nights where I'm like, dang, I wish I wasn't leaving, because it's really good conversation, and just something you'll never get back. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's also something with like any of these like we talk about mental health and we're like, oh, like it needs to be better. But then like you look at the actual real world applications and things that are happening on this campus. People have their places, people have their areas to go to. And yeah, mental health on this campus, like especially during finals or during the winter time, might not be great. But I think our campus does a really good job of having these spaces for students to talk and to be integrated into and to be able to have a voice and to be helped. And not just with administration step in. Like, obviously we have good step in for if there are any sort of mental health crises. Yeah. But like, I think also our students do a really good job of supporting each other and like making sure that we're all taken care of, like for the most part, obviously. And like everybody has their group and has their support system. And I think it's so, I mean, I don't typically hear like men on our campus talk about it. So like, that's very brave, Zane. Thank you.
Yeah. One thing I will add, there was this like one situation I was in, and like this person was just kind of like outcasted, but from their own will. That's how they liked it. And going out of my way to be nice to them and stuff like that, kind of like backfiring and then being like, no, you're kind of just annoying. And I'm like, I was just trying to be your friend.
And they were like, well, I didn't need a friend.
Yeah, they were like, you're nice and all, but you're just annoying. And I was like, oh,
Eesh.
Okay, never speaking to you again. Yeah.
I don't know.
But they said that Will and I both were annoying, so it wasn't just me. They're like, you guys are really nice. You're just annoying.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, got it. Taking the notes.
Taking the notes. I think it is great because just like the way Zane spoke, do you think it's the same way with your sorority?
I would say so.
What are you doing?
Zeppelin. Hi, bub. Okay, you're being cranky. I mean, I think it's a widely understood and widely not accepted, but like common thing that women and female type typically do have an easier time talking to each other because, I can sit up and crisscross applesauce on a couch with my friend and we can like sit right next to each other and be talking about like I'm really struggling with this, and this is really making me upset. And like, it's really easy to sit here and talk in a group of women, and like, I'd never seen that out of men before, and like, that's not something that.
Ooh, his breath stinks.
They're talking about Zane. I was like, dude, no. I was like, that's not okay.
No, Zeppelin licked me, and his breath does not
Stank.
smell good.
I would say
When did Hammer get over here, by the way?
Like when you all abrupt, he like ran over.
that would be because it typically in cases I've seen, it's usually in very small
Private
groups.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's just. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I'd say for Alpha Z, like, we have an elected position of a chaplain, which like gives us little reminders during our meetings, like, hey, this is like. So give us like little challenges to take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
And just like looks out for us, honestly. But I would say living in the apartments really, really helps. Because I am like surrounded by all these people that I know love me and care about me. And it really does like provide that opportunity to open up about that stuff more.
Yeah.
I feel like if I was living off in another dorm, like, so we have like 6 girls to an apartment, like I'm constantly surrounded by like people that care about me and are willing to have those conversations. And whenever
It's okay.
whenever one person opens up, it's so much easier for us to all.
Continue.
Just whenever one person opens up, it's so much easier for us to all open up and
It starts a chain. Yeah.
have those conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It starts a chain reaction of.
Counter moves
Yeah.
to assess the equation of you. Checkmate, I couldn't lose. It's a Taylor Swift lyric.
I'm not a Swiftie.
Okay.
I got you.
That's what you said, and that's immediately what I thought of. It's a really good song, by the way.
Well, and like, I mean, I think that's a lot of like why we have this podcast is like it starts the conversation. And like hopefully like it inspires someone who's watching. It's all over your hand.
Yeah, I don't want to like wipe it on the couch. Although I did.
I was about to say, I see handprints.
A little too late.
Pat won't do this.
It's okay.
Yeah, does Pat watch our podcast? You know, I'm gonna say, Pat Lynch, if you watch this, you should send me an email saying I watched your podcast. And if you don't, I'm gonna know.
I know he watched one of them.
He did watch
because
one of
he
them.
asked me how Zeppelin was.
Yeah. But I think that's why we have this podcast. I think that's why even what we've been talking about in this entire thing, why it's important to just talk about it is because it starts that ripple effect. Because I'm guessing these don't just start while y'all are like sitting down and it's like, okay, everybody, open up about how you're feeling right now. And it's like you're in this big circle, you're all hanging out in the apartment, and it's like, okay, you tell me about how you're struggling with financial burdens and also being a student. Like
In alphabetical order.
in alphabetical order. Tell me every single mental illness you struggle from. Like, it doesn't start like that. It starts with, I'm guessing, like, if Cari and I were just sitting here, I'm like, dude, I'm so tired from X, Y, and Z class, and this person has been taking me off, and I'm having a hard time with figuring out what I'm
That's
going to do this
typically how our
summer.
conversations go, though.
Yeah, that's typically how yeah. And like it's not something that's forced, and it's not something that is like required even. Like, they don't have to say anything. You could just sit there. Like, if you don't want to open up at anything, you can let somebody else speak. And I think being able to start those conversations, understanding that not everybody has to talk, and being able to be open and honest about your own problems is some of like the most important things about being honest with mental health, and not like, oh, hi, buddy. Hello.
Anyway,
Hi, Bubba.
he's ready for dinner.
You ready for dinner, boy? Zeppelin, are you hungry?
Oh gosh, I thought he just.
Flash the whole camera.
You're gonna put a sticker or something over that.
But I mean, yeah, I think it's just starting the conversation, which is typically what a lot of these initiatives say. It's just start the conversation, but
Easier said than done.
easier said than done. And also, conversations can't be forced, but also conversations are meant to be had. And like, it's this weird, like, never-ending loop of like, you need to talk, but you don't have to talk. But it's important to talk, but also like sometimes it's hard to talk, and then it's like just back and forth, and it's like a seesaw. It's not like a loop;
Yeah.
it's a seesaw. And yeah.
Knowing that some people don't have your best interests at heart, and like you have to like build a bond with someone in order to be like, okay, I can trust them.
Mhm.
But like being vulnerable around someone and then having that person like talk about you because of it,
Mhm.
and then come up in your face and be like, how are you doing today?
Yeah.
It's like, wouldn't you like to know? Got something to tell you.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I feel like the reason that we've become so comfortable about it is because like we've created a bond because we've
Yeah.
been doing like it's like 14th episode.
Yeah, like 14, maybe like whoa. This is like 12 to 14 episodes. We've been in classes together. I mean,
We
we've
work
been-
together.
We work together. We've been around each other. And like yeah.
So like we now know we can be vulnerable and we don't. But the other one won't use that as like a weapon against the other one.
Yeah. No.
Because some people do that. They'll use it against you.
Yeah, and they'll use moments of anger. They'll use mental health. They'll
Yeah.
use all of this as a reason to not be around you,
Over
to
there.
not work with you, to not speak to you even because it's
Yeah.
like, oh, like she's difficult.
Yeah, instead of
Zeppelin.
like,
Oh my god.
saying that's that person's entire personality and deeming that you don't like that person because of one situation, evaluate what that situation was.
Yeah.
That person was in like a stressful time, or that person was provoked to anger. That does not equate to the entire person. That is just one reaction they had.
Yeah.
And don't go around saying, I don't like this person because of how they reacted in the situation. Well, how would you react in the situation?
Yeah.
Not everybody can be perfect and sit there and be calm all the time.
Right. And now, granted, there are, like, if it's a pattern and it is something that's affecting your own mental health and you need to step away from that friendship, that's also important to be able to recognize. But, like, one or two situations of mental health, like, wavering isn't enough to, to cut. Let me see. What questions do we have left?
I need to leave here in like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I just looked at the time.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah, Ella has more to be at 7.
Yes.
So,
But it's okay. It can be.
we can
extended.
wrap for them here, and then you and I can finish in a second.
I think we're almost done. We can just like wrap it up
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
because I'm a little bit hungry.
Yeah, me too. So yeah, thank you guys for coming and talking with us. Mental health is tough to talk about, both about our own personal experiences and about the situation in general, because it is not just clear cut, black and white. It's a lot of different perspective. It's a lot of different opinions that may or may not be correct in some situations and may or may not be correct in other situations. And so thank y'all for talking with us. It's very interesting to hear from, obviously this is an all women's podcast, so it's very interesting to hear from like men and dude types sometimes.
I got you.
Thank you, Zane. We'll refer to Zane anytime we need any dude type stuff. You'll get like a little blurb in the corner of Zane being like, this is what this means. So, and thank you, Ella, for coming. It was very nice to see you again. And yeah. So this is a wrap up of Cari and I's podcast for this year. Season 1 is complete. Yeah. How do you feel?
Weird. I feel like we literally just started it.
Yeah. I feel like we just had Dr. Daniels on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we had her here for like 2 hours. I felt
Yeah.
so bad for that episode.
But now she's not here anymore.
And now she's not here anymore. And I'm sure she would watch the finale if we email it to her. But yeah, I mean, it feels weird because we started this and like it originally was an ethics final project with Dr. Buby, who's leaving Lyon. Like it was retiring. He's not leaving Lyon. He's retiring. But like it started as a final project for me. And then I was like, that'd be kind of cool. And then we had, what was it? Was it statistics that we had together?
Professional development.
Professional development. And I was like, Cari, would you want to do this? And you were like, yeah. And like, we really hadn't talked before then.
Yeah, I was
And-
shocked.
Yeah. I was like, I need a psych person to do this with me. Do you want to do it with me? And you were like, yeah, sure. Why not? And like now I feel like I could tell you anything. Just about anything. And like, we can do this podcast together and we have fun together. And like, one of your friends is going to be my roommate apparently. So like, just like weird stuff like that. And it's really fun to do stuff like this and to be able to talk about this on a platform of education while also like learning ourselves.
Yeah.
Like we're still learning. We don't know everything. We might learn something new that completely contradicts something that we thought before. And we might be like, not clickbait, guys. We learned something. Like, when was the last time like a not clickbait like episode came out, or not for us, but like on YouTube when it was like,
I don't know. I don't really watch YouTube. I'm always on TikTok
oh, I like
or Instagram Reels.
YouTube shorts. But
Whoa.
I'm not tuned into those. You don't have TikTok though.
No, I don't have TikTok. I did a TikTok cleanse, and then I was like,
to do that.
it was actually really easy to do because it was between the transition of leaving high school and going to college, and so I was already so busy, and so yeah.
I really need to do that.
Yeah. But
Not
I mean,
going
this
to,
has been a great year for Psyched. Kari and I have a lot of really good ideas coming up for this next year. We're probably going to do a lot of work. Cheyenne is going to stay our producer. So
Yep.
Jason, back off. She's ours. She's on this podcast. And the
Keep it
cats
over there to him.
Literally.
the cats are here to stay as they so choose. If they don't want to be here, that's fine. And we'll have more guests, more topics, and more fun things to come in the next year. But for now, Psyched is on pause until at least end of August.
Yep.
So just know you won't get to watch Psyched until end of August, but you can also watch our other 12 to 14, I don't remember how many episodes that are in the backlog, which is probably 12 hours? 14 hours? Yeah, 14 hours.
Maybe more than that.
Maybe more than that. So it's been a great year. It's been a great season. It's been awesome to get to know you. I don't know how I'm going to replace you after this next year. That's insane.
I come back.
Yeah, you're just here for the podcast. We do it online and we just zoom in and out. We could do that.
We could.
Do that. If I don't find anybody else that I feel is worthy enough to do it.
We're gray and old and still doing it.
It's like the Lyon alumni page has it on their Facebook and it's season 73. But yeah, no, thank y'all for a great year with Psyched. Thank you guys for being here for our finale. It's
Absolutely.
It's been good to have y'all. Sorry for going over. I need to always schedule 2 hours. I need to stop just doing an hour.
Sorry for Zeppelin being bad.
Yeah, sorry Zeppelin's been bad, and we will see y'all in August. So for now, Kari and I are going to sign off, and we'll be back in August with brand new ideas, brand new stuff, and maybe even a brand new set. Hint, hint, Pat Lynch. Pat Lynch. But yeah, no, for now, that's Psyched, and yeah, we'll see y'all later. Bye.
That one.